All right. So hi Shafali, how are you?
I am good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. So we are live on Facebook, Shafali, through Zoom, and this is a session specifically for people who would like to learn French as a language, and we believe that you are an expert on the language. So it is our pleasure to have you today here with us and to give an insight to the language and how you can help those who want to learn the language and what is it that you offer. So, Shafali, let's start by getting to know you a little bit. Can you tell us about yourself?
Yeah. Okay. So my name is Shafali Bansal.
Mhm.
I have done French honors from Delhi University, and apart from that, I have also learned German. I also know German. I have done B2 level from Max Miller Bhavan from Goethe
Okay.
Institute. Yeah. So currently, I was doing the teaching training course,
Mhm.
2 years teacher training course. So I've just completed it, and now I've been teaching tuitions for past 4 years. I've been teaching French, German, and English tuitions. So
Okay.
I'm continuing with that. Currently, I'm a freelancer, so I'm teaching as a freelancer language trainer.
Okay. All right. So, do you teach kids or do you help professionals, adults with the language for the corporate sector, or like in the school curriculum, you teach students?
Yeah, I teach both of them, even the kids and also the
Okay.
professionals who are learning French for their corporate, for their for the jobs, or even those who are learning French, those who want to settle abroad, those who want to settle in Canada or in France. So
Yeah.
I'm teaching those also. Yeah,
Okay.
so I'm teaching
Okay.
both the adults as well as the kids.
Okay, all right, that's great. So I got to know that for Canada, applying for an immigration to Canada, if you know French language, then you get some extra points for the PR
Yeah.
system.
Yeah, actually, in Canada, French is the most after English. It is the second most spoken language.
Yeah.
So, in order to to settle to Canada, even you have to clear an exam called TEF. So that is a French
Okay.
exam. You have to clear that before
Okay,
going to
I see.
Canada. So,
Okay, all right. So how long have you been teaching French? Just we'll talk about just French. So how long has it been?
yeah, it has been 4 years. I've been
Okay.
teaching French for past 4 years. Yeah.
Okay, wow, that's nice. That's beautiful. So, Shafali, how do you teach French? Let's get to know your fun experience while learning French and then maybe while teaching French.
Yeah. So, while learning French, I when I was learning, I started learning French in my college only. I never had French in my school, but
Okay.
I always had this passion about learning languages. So when I took up French when I decided to do French honors, so in college I had the teachers were very good, and also the teaching style. So whenever
Mhm.
you were learning language, the teaching style has to be very interactive. It has to be very fun, and
Yeah.
there are lots of activities that are done, lots of communication you have to do. The session should be interactive. So
Right.
yeah, it obviously is fun. And at the beginning, yeah, I did find the language very difficult because I was learning it for the first time.
Okay.
So I found it a bit difficult. In
Okay.
French, actually, the problem is that the French is being a European language, so it's very easy as compared to the other European languages. If you compare it with
Okay.
Spanish or German, it's
Uh-huh.
usually considered as easy language.
Okay.
But the one thing that is very difficult about French language is the pronunciation. Because
Okay.
like English is also not a phonetic language, but you write, you don't mostly speak that. But so that is the same with French. The pronunciation is completely different from what you're writing. So
Okay.
that is the one problem that I have faced myself as a student, and I've also seen my students facing the same problem.
Okay.
So yeah, but all in all, I think I have enjoyed learning French a lot because, of
Okay.
course, it includes lots of activities. interactive sessions. And while teaching French, I also try to do the same with my children. I try to do, give them the same experience.
Right.
So
Okay, awesome. Do you help students prepare for these international exams as well for French
yes,
language?
yes, I have prepared students for TEF and TCF and all these exams, which helps them to settle abroad.
Okay. And what all basic things do you cover for these exams preparations?
But all basic things, the most important is you have to obviously practice all the skills, all the
Yeah.
language skills. So yeah, I focus on both of them, but I think the most important is the speaking, because
Okay.
I have, the grammar rules, you can learn it. And
Mm-hmm.
if you are okay with grammar rules, then you'll be able to write also. I don't think students face problem with that. But
Okay.
the speaking, so when when while giving test exam, you also have one round, that is the oral exam, the speaking
Okay.
exam. So I have seen many students complaining to me that they have problem in speaking. They are okay in
Okay.
writing, they can write, but they have the problem in fluency, the speaking part. They're not able to understand what the teachers are asking, and they're not able to, reply them fluently. So
Okay.
yeah, I focus on all the skills, but I think the most basic thing that I focus is speaking. Because
Okay.
if you're fluent in speaking, then it will help you a lot. So, yeah.
Okay. And do you teach from like the basic language can be English or Hindi? You teach from English to French and Hindi to French as well?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
That depends
And
upon the student.
the
What
learner,
are
okay.
they comfortable with? So
Yeah.
if they're comfortable with English to French, then English to French or Hindi to French. And also the students who have already learned French before, who have a connection with the French before, so I try to teach them in French as well. So it depends upon the student.
Okay, all right. And any other language to French?
Any other language to French as a
Like Hindi to French, English to French, and also German to French, maybe?
yes, of course. That would be
Okay.
better.
All right. So, what do you think? Which is the easiest way to learn French, like from English, from Hindi, or from German?
Yeah, I would prefer people learning from French from English to French, because
Okay.
French is very common from English.
Okay.
The words, some words are taken up from the English.
Okay.
So the French is very similar to English. So that is
Okay.
one thing. So that's why I prefer teaching English to French. So
Okay.
some words are common. The French language has some words taken from English, even
Okay.
and vice versa. English language has also taken up some words from French.
Yeah, there are many words from French that I also teach my students when I'm taking classes for English. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right.
Yeah, and also the basic structure is same as English. So
Yeah.
yeah, that is easy. Of course, and of course the language script is of course the same. So
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. So how do you recommend that we should learn French? Like we should start learning French. Do you have have you prepared anything for us?
Yeah, I have prepared on the benefits of French. What are the benefits of
Okay.
French? Why I want to encourage more and more people learning French, because I think it's very beneficial for them. So I have
Right.
prepared a PPT on what are the benefits of learning French.
That's awesome. If you can share it with us, please.
Yeah. So yeah, can you please allow me to share?
Yeah, I will.
Okay. So the first and foremost, the benefit of learning French language is that French, after English, French is the second most spoken language. It is spoken on all the 5 continents.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and it is the sixth most widely spoken globally. If we look at all the international, the other countries, so it is the sixth most widely spoken language.
Okay.
There are almost 270 million people who speak French, who are francophone. So and it is in more than 84 countries. So it is
Okay,
the
that's wow.
widely, yeah. So it is the widely spoken language, and also in school. So French is, after English, French is the only language that is taught in all the countries. It is taught in almost everywhere, to all this in all the schools. So it is the after English is the second language that is taught everywhere. So that
Okay.
are some benefits that for which we should learn French, because it is so spoken, it is so common. So I think, and also it has it has many career aspects also. It is very beneficial for our career. For example, in tourism. So if you're learning the French, because it is such a widely spoken language, and so many people speak French. So if you're interested in tourism, so I think that will help you if you learn French. That will help you in your career. Also in banking and finance. So it's a very French is very demanding in banking and finance. If you know French, that will help you. That will give you a positive edge. Even in fashion. So I think you may know that French, the French has many popular brands. Even in India, the many brands that we use are from French. For example, Zara or Louis Vuitton. So there are all French brands.
Right.
So and France is also very popular for its fashion.
Yeah.
So if you're interested in fashion, if you want to become a fashion designer or something like that, so French will help you a lot if you know French.
Okay.
And of course, the translation and interpretation and proofreading, that helps you a lot. You can become a translator, you can become an interpreter. So that also helps. And of course, teaching. So because I just told you that French is the second most language. It's the second language that are taught in almost everywhere. That is taught in almost every school. So
that's right.
Yes, of course, teaching helps you a lot. You can become a French teacher. Multinational companies in India as well. There are many companies. There are many MNCs that hire people for their French language. Who needs people who know French language?
Right.
So, yes, Amazon being the one of the company that hires the most number of people who can speak French. So there are many multinational companies.
Wow.
So yes, you do have a career asset. If you know French, that is very beneficial. Okay. Also the French culture. So if I tell you, how I got interested in French is because of its culture. So I love the French culture. It's very rich in its art, cuisine, fashion, and all of that. So it is. So if you know French, you'll obviously be able to learn about its culture, how people live there, their lifestyle, you'll be able to know about their festivals and their cuisines and all of that. So
I would like to talk about the French pastries that are so famous, like the lemon tart. I was there once and I had this lemon tart in one of the famous pastry shop, and it was just mind blowing. I still remember the taste, I think, on my taste buds.
Yes. So it has amazing cuisine, the cuisine that are very famous. You must try them. So that was the one thing why I got interested in learning French. So if you learn French, you'll be able to learn about its culture. Also, there are many countries who have French as their mother language. There are many countries who speak French. So for example, Quebec, Canada, France, of course. So if you know French and if you want to settle abroad, so it will help you in immigration. You can clear exams like TEF and PCR we were talking about. So you can clear those exams. So if you know French, so it will be easy for you to clear those exams, and it will be easier for you to go and settle abroad, like Canada. You can, of course, Canada and Quebec, you can obviously go there and settle there. So so that will help you a lot. So yeah, these are some benefits of French language that I think is very important for us. So that French helps us. So,
So Shefali, how can we start learning French from you? How can the students reach out to you, and how can we start the classes? What all courses do you offer for them?
Okay, so I I offer from A1 level to B1 level. So of course they can reach out to me through Learners Classroom. Of course they can go there. They can go on their website and contact them. So yeah, for A1 level, so A1 level is the basic level where we learn about the basic alphabets, the numbers, and the basic grammar. So in A1 level, we basically pay more focus on the greetings and the basic phrases, how to introduce yourself in French, and how to speak the common words, the common greetings that we use in our day-to-day life, how to write them. So that is the A1 level. So in A1 level, the more focus will be on the, of course, the writing and the speaking. It does not offer a lot of focus on reading and listening. Yes, but more on speaking and writing. So yes. Then we move on to the A2 level. So A2 level is one step further where you focus on more complex grammar topics. There you learn to write short paragraphs, short essays on any of the topic, like how to describe your country, how to describe your family, your favorite festival, something like that. And also you learn tenses, the verbs and tenses, past tense and future tense. So that all comes in A2 level. There we also start reading. When I teach, I prefer students start reading French novels. So that helps them a lot in their vocabulary and their listening skills and speaking skills. So yes, there we can start reading. We can pay more focus on reading and listening. Okay, so that is the A2 level, and then the last level that I offer is B1.
Okay.
So B1 is the one more step further. There you focus on all the 4 skills of the language and speaking. So when we are in the speaking skill, we focus on how using more complex words, making more complex sentences. So that is the B1 level. So where you start learning more complex language. You learn how to write big paragraphs. You learn how to speak well.
Okay, all right. So basically, all the levels, I think, offers the basics of all the 4 aspects of a language: reading, listening, speaking, and writing. Yeah. Okay, cool. So can you tell us some funny phrases in French?
Sorry?
Can you tell us some funny phrases in French language?
Okay, some phrases. Okay. Yeah. So I can tell you one phrase that faire un pont. So faire un pont is the literal translation of faire un pont is to make a bridge. But that is the literal translation. But exactly what faire un pont means is to have an extended weekend. So when you are taking, you have off on Saturday, Sunday, but you're also taking the leave on Friday or on Monday. So you're extending, so you're having an extended weekend. So that is faire un pont, which literally translates into to make a bridge. So yeah.
So it is like usually used in the office culture, I guess.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. All right. That was fun. And you teach German as well?
Yes, I also teach German.
What all levels do you offer in German language?
Yeah, in German also I offer from A1 to B1.
Okay, A1 to B1, same as French.
Yeah, same.
And they cover all the basic aspects of a language: reading, writing, listening, speaking.
Yeah, all the 4 skills and all the basics.
Okay, all right. Great, Shefali. So we have had a couple of viewers that are coming and leaving the live chat right now, but we are hoping that we'll get more and more viewers after we post this video on our platforms. And if we get a query from any platform, we will get back to you and we will reply to them in the comment section. And thank you, Shefali. Thank you so much for joining us and sharing your views on the language and how you teach it to kids and adults alike.
Yeah.
We are looking forward to working with you. Learners Classroom is looking forward to working with you in the future, and we hope we all do well in the coming year.
Same here.
Thank you, Shefali. Thank you so much. Have a nice
Bye.
day. Bye.